Alright, mi gente, so we're back in a POV video finally. Haven't done one of these in a long time. I've just been doing all that other cinematic type of stuff and just having fun with the car here and there, trying to record it, trying to get some outside views of it, because I just love how the car looks from the outside, especially the front and then the rear now with that Carouse design aero flap, the exhaust, and then I added these little I added some side piece diffusers to the car recently. I haven't done a video on that, but there's a full walk around video, guys. Go check it out. And there's also an interior tour of the car, of what I've done inside the car, so go check all that out. Let me know how you guys like it. Let me know how you guys are liking the videos. We're at 350 subs. Thank you for that. And for sure I'm doing a giveaway at 500, man. Hell yeah. So I love this intake, by the way. Hell yeah, I love it, man. I have the windows up because there's a lot of wind that goes when I'm driving out here, and then the wind is just like, damn, bro. Even with these window visors, it's all right though. It's fine, man. I love the car, guys. Like I said many times, I love the car. It's great. This freaking Challenger behind me is trying to race, I bet, man. But nah, I love the car. It's great, guys. It feels great, rides great, super smooth. Anyways, off topic of the video today, I decided to do a POV because we're gonna be talking about, I'm gonna be telling you guys the first 5 mods that you should do, the first 5 mods that you should do to your 10th gen Civic Si. And honestly, you could do this with any 10th gen. These mods are pretty much, they're gonna cover some cosmetic, some power, some performance, handling. So you guys could follow the list, like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys could follow the list any way you want. This isn't in any particular order. I'm gonna just list them off the top of my head. I made a list. It's 5 things that I just feel that you should change on the car when you first get it, when you first buy it. So what I'm gonna talk about first is the side markers. The side markers, guys, I went and changed mine to Unity Performance. I don't really know any of the other ones. There's some called Depot side markers. There's some from, there's another company, I forgot the other company, man. There's like 3 other companies that are out there. Then there's the cheap Amazon ones, eBay ones. Then there's the ones that try to replicate Unity Performance. Oh yeah, the other company is called Suma Performance. Type R LEDs has some. There's just a whole bunch of companies that make them now, some cheap ass knockoff ones, and then there's the good high quality ones. I believe the 3 would be Unity Performance, Suma Racing or Suma Performance, and then you got what's the other one? The Depot ones. I don't even know, guys, but those are the top ones. Or you could just tint them yourself, just buy a little film, or go to Jet's Vinyl and tint and put an overlay on them if you want to keep the orange, or just get a cool new side marker and just change it out. You could look at mine look pretty cool, guys. I like the Unity Performance ones, man. They're so dope. I'm glad I waited for them, man. It took a long ass time, and I enjoy them. They're great. They're great, guys. So go check out that I made a video on them, how to install them. It's a super simple install. Unity Performance side markers. If you guys want to check them out, go do that. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that like the orange, or maybe they're just waiting for Unity Performance. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people that always complain that, oh, I want them now. Then they go and get some cheap ass eBay ones or Amazon ones. I'm like, all right, then, you know, that's cool, but it's whatever, guys. You know, man, everybody's always trying to race now, guys. That's one thing I kind of like I kind of don't like. Everybody's always trying to race now, but fuck it. Like Super Ego used to always say, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. So yeah, side markers. Any 10th gen Civic, honestly, because they all have them. Swap them out. The Type R, the SI and non-SI, the hatch. Get some cool ones, man. Change it up a bit, you know? All right, so the second thing that you should do to the 10th gen Civic is chrome delete. I believe the Type R and the hatch don't have the chrome trim on the that goes over the doors. What I did is I bought not a chrome delete kit, but I bought some black vinyl, like a roll, a strip, that was about 4 inches by like 60, and then I was gonna use that to cover it all, do it myself, but I messed up. I was cutting into the weather stripping of the car, and I said, oh shoot, I should have just went with Jet's Vinyl. This was before I knew about Jet's Vinyl, but I should have went with them before I did that, but it was too late. So I said F this, and I bought these visors. So you could either do chrome delete or visors that cover the chrome. But if you like the chrome, then keep the chrome, you get me? There's some Civics that look good out there with the chrome trim, because they got the like chrome rims, chrome wheels, and then they keep their chrome badges and all that. They don't swap it out for the red ones or carbon fiber ones. You guys, I mean, you guys could do what you want. Like I said, this is just my top 5 recommendations for the car. If you don't want to do these things, you don't have to. It's just the top 5 first mods that you should be doing to this car to make it more fun, make it your own, make it how you like it, you get me? It's just cool making the car be how you want it to be, make it look nicer. Me personally, I'll never keep a car stock, ever, never. It'll either always be like wheels, even if it's an SUV, wheels, like some audio stuff, some interior stuff, you get me? All the time. I will never keep it stock. You'll never see my car stock ever. Ever, 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 ever. I always want them to be modified, either with just a little bit, like just wheels and tires, or full max style like this car, going like a race car look, or a street race car look, or like my old one where it was slam static. You get me? I always want it to be something, you get me? Modified in some way or form, shape or form. I don't want it to be just stock, or just a stock car with tint. I mean, no offense to those people, because there's people out there that don't even care. Like, they're like, I don't even like modifying cars. It's like, all right, for sure. They just put tint and that's it. Like, all right, for sure then. But anyways, guys, chrome delete kit from Jet's Vinyl, go check that out, or just get some window visors. I'll have the links to what I'm telling you guys in the description below, so check that out. Hey, who listens to Red Hot Chili Peppers though? Hell yeah. All right, guys, so the next mod I would say that you guys should really do to the car would be suspension. I'm running D2 springs, no camber arms, okay? Just D2 springs. So with suspension, you could either go springs, coilovers, air suspension, cut your springs if you want to be a Dumbo, but you could do whatever you want on. You could do whatever you want, honestly. It's not up to me, it's up to you what you want to do. I personally will never do airbags unless it's a high quality luxury car. That's the only way I'll ever do airbags. But I will always stick to coilovers, and with this one I went springs due to the adaptive suspension that comes with it in the sport mode. I didn't want to get rid of the ability to stiffen up the suspension with the sport mode, and I didn't want the light on the freaking I didn't want the light on the dash right here. I didn't want it to be blinking like, oh, your whatever module's messed up, and then the sport mode wouldn't work, whatever. And I'm like, nah man, just F all that. I didn't want to mess with that, so I just kept it stock suspension. I don't even know if they sell upgraded suspension for this car, do they? For the SI with the adaptive suspension, the electronic suspension, I'm not sure, guys. Let me know if there are any out there. I haven't seen any, because with springs, your shocks, struts do eventually blow out sooner than if you're on the stock height. And then coilovers just replaces the whole assembly thing. And then the same thing with airbags, air struts. You guys could choose whatever you want with suspension, but it's a great thing, man. It just lowers the car. With springs, it lowers the car just a good amount depending on what springs you get. I went with D2 springs, and it lowers it the perfect amount for me. It feels more stiff. Handling is better. When it was on stock, it just felt just a little like it was like floating, gliding, you know, like oh, okay, it feels smooth as hell, but I don't feel the car. I want to feel the car. That's how I like driving. I like feeling the car. When I drive other cars that are just stock, I'm like, man, this thing is just gliding everywhere. Like, what the hell? But with this one, nah, man, with my cars, I gotta feel the car. I gotta feel the impacts, the dips, the bumps, the road, the wheels, and all that stuff. All right, guys? And speaking of wheels, that's the other modification I feel that you should do. Like, if you're gonna lower the car, plan on getting wheels and tires. These cars look so good if you lower it, slam it, whatever you do with it, and then wheels and tires, hell yeah, man. The stock ones, the stock rims, wheels, they look pretty good on the 10th gen. They look good. And then the 2020 models have the all black satin looking ones. Those are fine too. And then the previous years have that the little chrome ones with the little black accents. So those are nice too, you know. I've seen a couple around lowered like that on stock wheels, and they look nice, man. They look pretty good, pretty simple and clean. Nice. Me, I had these wheels from my previous car, so I mean, I wasn't gonna just sell them. I didn't want to sell them because they don't make these wheels anymore. But usually people go with 18 by 9 or 18 by 9.5. Some people do 18 by 8.5, which I'm like, all right, that sounds all right. A little small for me. I'd stick with 9 or 9.5. It all depends on what you're going for. It all depends on what you're gonna do with the car. You know, if you want to get a track look, a stance look, it all depends on your specs and what suspension you're gonna go with, specs and wheels and tires and all that stuff, guys. So far we got the side markers, getting rid of that orange ugly thing right there, and then we got a chrome delete kit on the doors, on the trim, chrome delete kit, the chrome delete trim kit, and then we got suspension, you know, lowering the car a bit, making it look nice and cool. And then we got wheels and tires, right? Wheels and tires. Bro, this freaking intake sounds so good. I fucking love it, man. It's like the best thing I ever bought for the car, and it's actually the next thing that you guys should get. All right, an intake for this car. It just sounds so great. I fucking love the intake, man. PRL Cobra for the wing, guys. It literally, I fucking love it, man. PRL Cobra cold air intake, guys. And I got the street version, man. There's a race version, and I can't get that you can't get it unless you got a K tuner or Honda, or unless you're gonna be tuned. It's honestly guys, the intake on this car, great, especially since it's turbo engine, turbo motor. I freaking love it, man. I wish that you could put a blow-off valve, but you can't. It messes up the fuel trims, makes the car run rich, the air to fuel ratio gets messed up. You could try tuning it, and that'll help out a bit, but I don't know, man. I just wouldn't mess with a blow-off valve. There's a lot of people always getting blow-off valves, but nah, man, just get an intake. Get a damn intake. You might be looking at a blow-off valve like, oh, the little blow-off valve little plate thing is about what, like 50 bucks, 60 bucks. You're like, oh, that's cheap. Instead of getting a $300 plus intake, man, I could get the noises for cheaper. Nah, man, just get a freaking nah, man, just get a freaking intake, and you're good, guys. With an intake, that's it. That's all you need. An intake, bam, it gives you all the noises you want. There's different ones though. I'm running a true cold air one. You could get short ram intakes. You could stick with the stock one and then just delete a fog light. Delete a fog light if you have one, and then you could do that. And yeah, you know, it's you could do whatever with the intake, honestly. You could do that fog light, delete one, and do like a ram air intake thing, and that's pretty cool too. I've seen those. They look pretty cool and aggressive on the car, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty sick, man. So far, guys, what I've talked about is side markers, chrome delete kit for that freaking chrome trim, and then I threw in a suspension, and then I threw in wheels and tires. Especially goes great with suspension. And then I'm on the intake. All right, guys, the intake. Okay, so I didn't look at my list, and I actually messed up, guys. I messed up, but that's all fine though. So I'm gonna give you guys a sixth thing. So we're gonna name this top 6 things you should do to the car first. All right, these are the top 6 things. Well, you don't really need to do wheels as a first thing, but some people do, and if you want to do that, you could go right ahead. Many people choose to do suspension and wheels. That's why I threw it in there, because they do suspension and then wheels right after, or suspension with wheels at the same time. And that's what they do first, suspension and wheels. They don't do anything else, suspension and wheels. Maybe tint, but I'm not including tint because that's too common of a thing to do for any car, guys. That's like a freaking basic ass thing to do for any car to modify. It's like, oh yeah, you modded your car? Yeah, I put tint. That's it? Yeah, the motherfucker, bro, that's it. God damn it. But yeah, guys, the 6th thing, which should have been actually the 5th thing, it's because I threw in wheels in there on accident, but that's all good, guys, because that's what I did. I already had the wheels up. I already had the wheels, honestly, but the last thing would be an exhaust as the first modification you do to the car. Get a damn exhaust or modify your exhaust system, man. This car is too quiet. The Type R, too quiet. They are just too damn quiet. And if you're gonna do a muffler delete with a resonator delete, you better be ready for that drone on D-cell in the SI, and I believe the Type R too. So you better not be like, man, this shit is ugly. Get an exhaust system then, man. An actual exhaust system from Remark, from MAP, from HKS, from ARC, from Full Race. Go get a damn exhaust system then, guys, if you don't like it. All right, you could do a muffler delete and that sounds pretty good, but make sure you swap out the tips for dual tips, tri-tips, quad tips, something to make the sound echo out better instead of exiting through those little 2 holes on the HDMI tip, man. Freaking HDMI tip, guys. I like it though. The HDMI tip, I kind of liked it. It was all right. Some people would say, some people say it's stupid and like, is the HDMI in, HDMI out? Shit, I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. I tried plugging in my Xbox. It didn't work, man. It didn't work. All right. I thought with this screen right here that I could play my console here, like, hey, what's up, playing Halo or some shit. But nah, man, that shit didn't work, guys. All right. And also, where's the HDMI in the car? In the 9th gen, they had an HDMI for their screen thing right here. How come we don't have one in this car? There's no HDMI input for the screen right here. Why not, Honda? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? In the 9th gens, the 2014 to 2015, I believe they have an HDMI thing somewhere in the center console. You could plug in like your Switch or something, or your phone, and then it displays on here. That's not here. I haven't seen it. I don't know, guys, but let me know, guys. All right. But as I've stated, the exhaust, I'm running MAP Performance race version. It sounds so nice. I love it. I would not trade it for any other exhaust because I think this is the perfect one for the car. I will soon get a downpipe, and with exhaust, you could go downpipe, front pipe, the full system, or you could just do a downpipe catless or catted, and that counts as exhaust modification too, guys. It'll be great, you know. And even with the base models, they sound pretty good if you do it right. Plenty of them sound super ugly, and I just didn't like it. I'm like, man, these base models, they sound ugly. So make sure you do it right, or just play around with it, see how it sounds and all that. I wanted to go legit with a full exhaust system. I never had a full exhaust system on my car. My previous one, it was pure welded on pipes and pieces, and it just looked ugly, and it didn't sound legit how I wanted it to, really. So I was like, fuck it. So I just decided, let me get a full exhaust system with this one. I was like, hell yeah, man. Super dope. Super dope. And this punk is trying to freaking race in the back, man. Just as I've stated, guys, people are always trying to race now. Just because I'm driving a SI and it's not a Type R. So yeah, guys, I told you guys 6 mods basically. Side markers, chrome delete, suspension, wheels, tires, and then the exhaust system. Honestly, with those 6 things, the car's already great, better than stock. And then people always include K-tuner as a first mod. I don't have that thing yet. I don't want it yet. I'm talking to the people that want to stick to their warranty a bit more, you know, on their engine warranty. So So yeah, that's who I'm talking to mainly. But if you guys want to do K-Tuner first, go right ahead, man. Like I said, it's your car, your decision. I'm just giving my opinion on what mods you should do first to the car, which is what I just stated, those 6 things. And you don't have to include wheels and tires. You could just do suspension, chrome delete, side markers, and all that other stuff, and then it'll be pretty good, guys. So yeah, you do what you want, guys. All right. And like I said, at 500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for the next video, guys.
Now you can check the whip appeal. Damn, this nigga is ill. Get shifting smooth as butter. Cut in and out of lanes undercover. Style, wow, my mirror, the rear view. You can never fly by, homie, I will see you. Mach 5, change terrains if need be. Thou shall never floor pass. I will do the ID before you act on.